Benjamin Franklin once said, "Early to bed, early to rise, makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise." Now, have you ever been in a situation where you try your best to make waking up early a habit, but it never seems to stick? You've hit the snooze button so many times that at this point it's literally impossible to actually count. And you've probably resigned yourself to your fate of waking up as your body leads. In this video, I'll be showing you what you can do to reverse this tide, and hopefully you can be healthier, wealthier, and wise, according to Benjamin Franklin. Now let's get into the video. Now, the first point in this video is you need to first figure out your why. Why do you want to wake up early in the first place? Now, most times, the problem is that we do not have a good reason to get out of bed. I'm guessing you've been in that situation where you wake up early in the morning, but you just cannot figure out a good reason why you want to leave that bed. And so, you decide to sleep, and you wake up again, and it's 12 p.m. and your whole morning has practically just gone down the drain like that. But you can't really complain, because when you actually really think about it, you basically had no intention to utilize that morning in the first place. Now, a good way to actually figure out your why for waking up early is to actually create to-do lists. Now, this is basically a list that you create a night before you go to bed, or if you're willing to take the risk, in the morning when you wake up. Now, this actually helps you in the sense that you get to visualize how a productive day is actually going to be like. And with that picture in your mind, it gives you something to look forward to when you wake up in the morning. And when you actually do wake up early, you have a good reason and a good why to get out of that bed and own your freaking day. And I heard a really nice quote from Sean Connor, which goes like this: "Reasons come before results." Now, the next point in this video is to keep your phone away. Some of us, or most of us, actually have the habit of sleeping off while using our phones. And according to science, this habit is actually damaging the quality of your sleep and your sleep cycle. Now, this is because 30 minutes before we go to bed, our body increases the amount of melatonin it produces. Now, this basically helps us to fall asleep. And this is where things get a bit tricky. Our cell phones release what we call blue light. Now, blue light is one of the wavelengths of lights in the white light spectrum. And blue light significantly affects the production of melatonin in the body. And then we're left with a situation where your body is expecting its normal fix of melatonin, and it doesn't get it because you were probably chatting with that girl or that guy late into the night, and the result, you have a really messed up night and you end up feeling more tired the next day, even after sleeping for 10 hours. Yeah, I know. I think a lot of us actually tend to fall into this category. Now, the next point in this video is to get up and turn off your alarm. Now, what do I mean by this? Now, a lot of us are in the habit of sleeping with our phones on our beds. Now, this is the perfect recipe for snoozing, because when your alarm eventually goes off, it's just within arm's length for you to just tap that snooze button. But when you put your phone some distance away from you before you sleep, like let's say on the table or even in a different room, although you have to leave the doors open so you can hear the alarm, but like you get to get up from bed to actually turn off the alarm. And the process of actually standing up from your bed and walking like a few steps, the job of waking up is basically like quarter to done. Just the simple act of walking somewhere, like just shakes the sleep off of you. The only way I can see you going back to bed is if you're really determined to go back to bed. The next point in this video is don't set multiple alarms. Now, I'm sure you might be like, wait, isn't that dangerous? Like if one alarm fails me, I have something to fall back on. But that's actually counterintuitive, because what you're unconsciously doing is that you are actually giving yourself an excuse to not wake up to the first alarm, because subconsciously you already know there's another alarm that's gonna go off 10 minutes after the first alarm already rang. What you should do instead is actually train yourself to use just one alarm and take away any form of unconscious excuse that you might give yourself when your alarm actually does go off. Now, this is basically you burning the bridges, so you do not have to go back to sleep. Now, the next point in this video is waking up and going to bed at the same time. Now, the truth is that you and I both have sleep cycles or circadian rhythms that our bodies intuitively works with. And when we go to bed at random times and wake up at random times, we do not give our bodies the room to create a pattern or a circadian rhythm that it has a habit of working with. And when we go to bed or wake up at irregular times, it actually spoils any circadian rhythm our body was actually in the process of developing. And it's almost like a case of hitting the reset button every day when you go to bed and wake up at irregular times. And you wonder why you can't wake up early. The next point in this video is to make it fun. Now, with any habit, it's going to be a whole lot difficult for you to stick to it long enough to make it stick if you do not find it fun. Now, a good way to make waking up early like fun is by actually rewarding yourself when you actually wake up early. It could be something as simple as maybe drinking a cup of coffee when you wake up, or maybe a cup of tea if you're into tea, listen to your favorite podcast when you wake up, meditation, praying. I mean, something simple to reward yourself when you do wake up early, to actually add flavor to that difficult habit of waking up early. Like the English poet John Dryden once said, we make our habits and then our habits make us. And guys, if you have hacks that you use to wake up early that I didn't mention in this video, please put them down in the comments below. It would be great to actually be more enlightened like you are. And if you like this video, please hit the like button there. And if you like this type of content, please be my guest and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, remember to always keep it real. Bye guys.